Hey everyone, welcome to Toledo. With Toledo being just a 30-minute train ride from Barcelona, we couldn't pass up the opportunity to see this picturesque, one-of-a-kind city. So after a very early morning and a quick breakfast at the train station, we arrived in Spain's former capital to explore for one day only. Hey everyone, I've just arrived in Toledo, Spain. This city was the former capital of Spain and used to be one of the most important cities in the entire world. Now there's a lot to see here and we only have about a day, so we're going to be getting this city tour ticket that they have, which includes all 7 must-see attractions here in Toledo. And we're starting here at the main one, which is the Toledo Cathedral. This is my best friend Nina and her husband Ricky, and we are on a tour of Spain. So we're doing 6 cities in 8 days, and this is day 4? One of the ones. So yeah, we have pretty much one day here in Toledo, and we're going to be seeing all of the 7 main things that they say we should see here. With the Toledo Tourist wristband, we were able to visit the top 7 must-see sites around the old city for about $13 US. I would highly recommend buying this pass ahead of time because it saves a little bit of money and a lot of time. All right, so we just paid 10 euros to get an audio tour and to tour the cathedral. We're starting here at the city's main attraction, the Toledo Cathedral. It was dedicated to the Virgin Mary and was completed in 1493 after 267 years of construction. There's so much to explore inside, but one of my favorite things was seeing all of the portraits of the archbishops of Toledo dating all the way back from AD 103 to present day. Okay guys, so this audio tour will take you about an hour if you go through the entire thing, and it's definitely worth it, especially if you love culture and art and religion. There's so much to see here. For me, my favorite thing so far has just been the incredible architecture of this whole cathedral. I mean, it's just amazing. There's something unexpected and arguably very scary. Giant puppets. No. Nope, we don't mess with those. That's gonna haunt me in my sleep. Toledo was home to the famous painter El Greco for the latter part of his life and is the subject of some of his most famous paintings, including the burial of the Count of Orgaz, exhibited here in the Church of Santo Tomé. Okay, we're in the bell tower of this church and I found something super exciting. Look at this cute little pigeon resting in his little stone house. Next up, the Synagogue of Santa Maria la Blanca, considered the oldest synagogue building in Europe, which is still standing. This is a prime example of the complicated history of Toledo because you can clearly see evidence of how the building has been converted to each different religion throughout history. And for some extra fun, don't forget to grab a map so that you can collect a stamp at each of the 7 locations. We did this and it was a really fun little scavenger hunt, so we highly recommend it. Monastery of San Juan de los Reyes is a gorgeous church built by the Catholic monarchs to commemorate both the birth of their son and the victory at the Battle of Toro. right, we just got to the 4th stop on this 7 attraction tour that we're doing here in Toledo, and this is definitely my favorite place that I've seen so far. Look at this stunning view. Absolutely obsessed with this place. I think I could stand here and look at this forever. Okay, we left that beautiful church and now we are headed to our 5th stop, which is an old schoolhouse. And actually this little 7-stop tour is going by super quick. I mean, we probably spent like 15 minutes inside each other place aside from the cathedral. This building is a former girls' school whose mission was to educate young women to become good mothers. It was also one of the first schools in history to integrate both boys and girls attending the same school. The Old City has preserved its original medieval layout, which is one of the reasons why Toledo is such a fascinating place to visit. A fun fact about Toledo is that it has a great, long tradition of metalworking and sword making. Between the 15th and 17th centuries, swords from Toledo were regarded as the best in all of Europe. You can see examples of this all throughout the city, and you can even get your own to take home as a souvenir. All right, we just visited our last stop of the Toledo Tourist Pass. It brought us to this beautiful view on top of the mountain, and now we are going to go to this picture spot for sunset. And then, I don't know, grab some dinner. We heard that Toledo is really, really beautiful at night, so we're definitely gonna try to see if we can get a view of the city at night. I'm gonna do a little exploring then. Toledo is a uniquely historical city sitting atop a mountain and surrounded by a river. This picturesque city is one of the most magical places you will ever see in your life. Its claim to fame is being the city of 3 cultures, referring to the cultural influences of the Christians, Muslims, and Jews throughout history. We checked into our hotel, took a quick break since we've been walking all day long, and now we're at the top of this mountain. A lot of people like to come up here for sunset photos, and when I show you the view of the city, you'll see why. Perfect magical ending to our day in Toledo. Wow, good choice, Nina. I am back now in my hotel room. We are staying the night here in Toledo and waking up early, taking the train to Cordoba tomorrow. A couple interesting things that we noticed while walking around Toledo is a lot of the souvenir shops were closed during the day, especially in Old Town, which is primarily where we spent most of our day. But it was interesting because at night, the city really seems to come alive, and there's like tons of young hip people out walking the streets and eating dinner. You actually can't really eat until about 8 p.m. because a lot of the restaurants only serve drinks until then, no food. So we had to wait until like 8:30 to actually get dinner anywhere. So that's definitely something to be aware of if you're visiting here. But other than that, our day was really peaceful. Like I said, we spent most of the day exploring Old Town, and the tourist pass that we did kind of took us on a trail through the outskirts of Toledo. Once we left the main Toledo Cathedral, we hardly ran into anybody. So it was a really nice, relaxing, peaceful day. So much cool stuff to look at. This is day 4 of our 8-day trip to Spain, so my feet are pretty tired, my legs hurt a lot. We've been walking so far every single day. Like I said, if you guys are just tuning in on this video and you're coming to Spain, make sure you watch the rest of the videos in my Spain series. We basically are visiting 6 different cities in 8 days, and it's really crazy. I'm pretty tired, so I just grabbed a pasta to go from the street and a sangria, and I'm gonna eat them here in my hotel room and relax and hopefully get to bed early. And tomorrow we go back to Madrid and catch a different train to Cordoba. If you're interested in watching those videos, you can check them out right here. Also, if you enjoyed this, please make sure to support and subscribe to the channel. I make travel and wildlife content, so if you love to travel, and especially if you love animals, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will do my absolute best to answer them for you. See you next time.